Okay, hi, my name is Debraliz and I'm going to show you a couple of quick tips on how to find housing, and I'm going to talk a little bit about transportation. And of course, this is all going to be Purdue specific, but it can be applied anywhere else that you might, go. So for housing, I found it especially useful to keep everything organized in an Excel spreadsheet. So here's an example of my Excel spreadsheet for when I was looking for housing. I looked for housing when I first got here, and then again, maybe a year afterwards. So look at this. So essentially the first time around, me and my roommate did was we signed up for email notifications on every single rental website that we could find. So we got your basic Zillow, Trulia, you got rent.com, you also have apartments.com, I believe. There's just so many. You can do a quick Google search and get, yourself a little database. But essentially, you're gonna want to just, put in the city, and then we got for rent. All of these websites work very similar, if you're not already familiar with them. Um, so yeah, and then usually I just set up notifications. When I get a notification for something that's in my price range, I'll reach out immediately. Now it is a little bit more competitive than it was a couple of years ago. But so you're gonna want to do it really fast. It's kind of like, oh, someone lists something and within 30 minutes there's already 3 applications submitted and 10 million contacts. So you might want to be a little quick about it. There's also just off-campus housing, Purdue. So these places tend to fill up pretty fast. Let me see, like there's the Lodge. So if you do just a quick Google, you can find, like the Lodge on the Trail is just one that I knew about, but you can find a bunch of apartments that are available. You can go to their website. Usually they'll have, pricing and floor plans, and you can kind of see what's in your budget, what you might want. But I do have to say these fill up really quickly. So if you want to I don't know, maybe live here next year. So try to submit an application to be on the wait list, or something like that a year in advance. If you're just moving, these type of apartments, if you're just going to grad school, like got accepted April or going there on August, this might be a little harder. But yeah, the earlier you do it, the better, because things fill up really fast. Yeah, so there's just one example. And then there's also Purdue specifically has off-campus housing resources. So Purdue for grad student housing. So you click here and they have a ton of just information, cost of living, lease cycles, off-campus housing. They have a website specifically that's just like for exclusive to Purdue students, where they can post about wanting roommates and things like that. Here somewhere. Yeah, I've been on it before, maybe here. Yeah, I think they changed things around, but there was like kind of like almost like a blog type thing. But yeah, so here it is. So you can current rental listings, you can see, what they have. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for housing. Yeah, start early. Kind of don't just go put your eggs in one basket. Look around everywhere. Don't just depend on Zillow. Don't just try to, go to one apartment complex. Yeah, and then you're gonna be doing a lot of calling, you're gonna be doing a lot of emailing. Keep your things organized in an Excel spreadsheet, and then there are things that, you might not even think of, like like for example, I didn't know about renter's insurance, and when I first signed my first lease, I had to, get renter's insurance. So it's things like that. It's like also, whether a place is gas or electric heating is going to be a little more expensive, so you might want to think about that. Yeah, is there like a penalty for terminating your lease early? So maybe do some research, make a list of some questions you might want to ask your future landlord, and yeah, just yeah, and then maybe think about your budget, and then who you might want to live with and all of that. So okay, and then in terms of transportation, so there really is only one bus. It's called the City Bus in West Lafayette. I haven't ridden it myself because I drive, but I've heard it's okay. It's more consistent during the fall and the spring semester, not so much in the summer. So here you can get their, the buses where they go and all of that. You can get your maps and schedule. I would say Google Maps is really good for taking the bus. There's a city bus app. I've heard it's not that great. But yeah, so if you want to do like Maps, Google, let's say I want to go from, I don't know, the COREC, which is the Recreational Wellness Center, directions to maybe the mechanical engineering building where I work. And then you want to take the bus. So it'll give you the options for the bus. In this case, it's probably faster to walk, but there is a bus that goes from, the COREC to the mechanical engineering building. This will tell you when it comes. And then to get on the bus, you just have to flash your student ID card. So yeah, these are my tips and tricks for getting housing and getting around at Purdue. And of course, this is most likely applicable to other places, kind of the same concept. Just do a lot of Googling and do your research. So yeah, if you have any questions, I believe, you have my email, feel free to contact me.